Hello everyone, welcome back. And today I will give you 3 brand new fragrances from the house of Rasasi. And one of these fragrances, I never received the reaction from my lady that I received from this fragrance. Out of all the fragrances that I own and collect, this one particular fragrance has got me the most positive reaction from her. Now all of these fragrances are brand new and I haven't seen any reviews on them. I ended up ordering these fragrances from England. All of them was in like maybe 25 pounds, 24 pounds, 23 pounds, which translates to a little bit more in US dollars. So maybe you add $3 or $4 more to each fragrance. The only thing about it is the shipping was high. The shipping itself was like 20 bucks. So I ended up ordering 4 fragrances. 3 of them from Rasasi, 1 of them is the clone, and that review will be coming up next. So if you don't want to miss that, go ahead and subscribe. It's a clone of Creed, and I will tell you what I think about it and if it's worth it. So what I did, I purchased 4 fragrances. All 4 shipped over here was probably 150 US dollars. Once they shipped it, I received it in 2 days. That's right, 2 days from England. Now the first fragrance coming up, I think it smelled just as good or even better as the one that she smelled and gave me all kind of positive reaction to. I haven't got a chance to wear this yet, but I'm quite sure when I do, she will like this just as good. And the first fragrance I'm talking about is Yumn. Come in a nice bottle. The top look metal, but it's actually plastic, but it's a hard plastic. Now first off, you get some apple, you get some lemon, blended with some cinnamon. So the cinnamon is providing spice, the apple provides the fruits, and the lemon is kind of tart and tangy at the same time. Now that combination almost give you like an apple pie feel, kind of gourmand-like, but it's fresh. And then probably about 10 minutes in, you begin to get some plum notes. They're making it more fruity. You get some cardamom, and I think that's the key ingredient that's making this very sexy. So it's like a fresh apple pie, very clean. Then once it dries down and goes to the base, you're gonna get some amber. You're gonna get some woody notes consistent of driftwood. Also in the base, you're gonna get this nice clean musk, making this fragrance very fruity with some spices and very woody. I'm telling you guys, jump on these fragrances now because you will hear about them soon. And the first one up is Yumn from the house of Rasasi. The next one up is more of a manly fragrance, where I think the first one and the last one are pretty much unisex, leaning a little bit masculine, but I think women and men could pull it off. But this one is more masculine because it has some oud in it, but this is probably my second favorite, while the other 2 being my first. And the fragrance I'm talking about is Dayy. Now the presentation is this is nice also. This is more of a plastic cap, but how it looks on here goes very well, would look nice in your cabinet. Now first off, you're gonna get this manly lavender. It's not too strong, but it's there. You get a slight bit of geranium that's kind of act as a rose note, but it's more of a geranium. Then when it goes into the heart, maybe about 10 minutes in, you get very spicy with some creamy sandalwood. You get this spicy sage note, which is prominent. Then when it completely dries down, you're gonna get this agarwood, which is oud, which is gonna pretty much dominate the fragrance along with that sage. You're gonna get more spices from amber, and you're gonna get this kind of animalic musk, making this fragrance spicy, woody, and musky. Another gem from Rasasi, I would give the first one probably a 8.5. I would give this probably an 8. Now coming up last is the one my lady friend went crazy about. I took her something to eat. As I gave it to her, I walked into the room and she came in behind me. She was like, "What, that's smelling so good?" She asked me what the name. After she asked me what the name, she also asked me where I got it from. She asked me, was it new? And I was like, you must like this fragrance. She raved about this fragrance. She kept asking questions about it. I ended up wearing it the next day just to get some reaction, and all the reactions was positive. 2 guys say they loved it, and it wasn't like, yeah, I like that. It was like more like, yeah, that's a good scent right there. So the fragrance I'm talking about, last but not least, but I'm telling you, all 3 are bangers, but this is the star of the show. And the fragrance I'm talking about is Enteash. Now this is a very lovely bottle. It has a dark blue tint, gold cap. The cap look metal, but it's plastic also. It's a hard plastic. Guys, go out there and get these fragrances now before it's too late, because once the reviewers catch on to it, the price is probably gonna skyrocket, because these fragrances are all very well worth the price. At the top of this, you get some caramel, that's adding like a thick sweetness. You're getting this fruity apple, more like a red apple, and you're getting cardamom. Now the apple is not listed in the notes, but I'm getting like this fruity, tart smell, along with some sexy, spicy cardamom. The cardamom in this is very green. I think that's what's kind of giving it that tart note, but it's very fruity and spicy up top. And then you get another sexy note of ginger combining with the top, making this very lovely from start to finish. Then also in the dry down, you're getting this amber that's adding spice to it, making this fragrance fruity, spicy, sweet, and it's almost like it's a fresh gourmand. What I'm telling you guys, jump on now. I think you will love it. And that's Enteash from the house of Rasasi. Very lovely fragrances. I'm telling you, can't beat either one of them. Just to recap, I think this is probably my favorite, which is her favorite, followed by a close second. And this, I can see why some people might not like it because of the oud, but to me, it's a very nice fragrance also. Yeah, that's it, guys. I'm telling you, jump on these fragrances before the price is driven up. I think you will enjoy every last one of them. I mean, that's pretty much all I got to say. I want to thank my subscribers. Thanks for everybody who's watching. Everybody stay safe. Have a wonderful new year. Peace.